Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of The Outer Worlds. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today as we explore a place full of animals. It's just the raptids for the moment, and also there's some marauders in here. And as we know, marauders aren't people; they're animals. So that's how that is. And we're killing them. Specifically, look at that. That is a person, or rather, an animal, I should say, that we killed. Last episode, we talked to... What did he call himself? Harem? No, he didn't call himself that. Let's go over here. This is where we're supposed to go. Which is why I'm not going there. He called himself the Broker. We talked to the Broker in the intercom. Really cool looking intercom. Like, that the machine design, the little details in this game are incredible. And he wants help. He basically wants me to clear the place out, which I will be doing. In fact, I am doing at the moment. And there's some enemies up here, as you can see on the compass upstairs. Upstairs? On the upper part of the screen. Hello.
No.
Parvati, don't whisper to me like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Coming, Captain. That's the last of them, I think.
It's also the last of my weapon. It's already broken. We fortunately have enough workbenches around, so I'm not too concerned. Vodka on top of this. They were here. And yes, that was the last of them. And that's the intercom.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You'll hurry on in.
Hello. You have machines. And I can take them. Well, your lunch, at the very least. This doesn't bode well for you, if I can take your stuff. The robots complain, but that's just what they do. I'm not really sure why they do that. That's very scary. Pet pills. I mean, I don't really need them. I'm just trying to not miss anything interesting. Cool looking machine.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
I told you I'm looking for a certain information broker.
Ah yes, our little chat on the intercom. You're looking for the premier broker for all of Monarch, which you knew was me, clearly. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
I take offense to that. Look, okay.
He's Hiram.
Just, it might take me a while this time.
He's not fibbing. Wait. Why is that?
I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions.
Oh, crap. So we kick them off.
Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness. Which, of course, has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood.
Can't we cut them off from inside the station?
No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end.
I should be able to do that, actually. Where in Stellar Bay?
My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from his office in MSI's headquarters in the center of town. Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, They are in reality coded business orders to off-world companies. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but we had a deal and he's broadcasting ceaselessly.
I didn't see any machines in there. Why Amber Heights?
Amber Heights is one of the only surviving settlements outside of Stellar Bay. Graham Bryant and the Iconoclasts there got their hands on a working relay station. Now they're ceaselessly transmitting Philosophist ramblings on my airwaves.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun. I should probably get Max to go in there with me, but we're focusing on Yoka for the moment. And of course we haven't been to not Stellar Bay, to Amber Heights. It's the only place we haven't been. Well, there's many places we haven't been, but that, there's 3 cities, as far as I can tell, in this area, and that's the other city that we haven't been to. Tell me more about MSI and the Iconoclasts.
Graham and his Iconoclasts believe anarchy is the way of life. Sanjar opposes it, as he's taking strides to corporatize Stellar Bay.
That is one way of painting, to be honest, pretty much anybody. Anarchy just means chaos. It's probably not necessarily the, it probably doesn't, that's not what it means every time. But to say chaos is a way of life can literally just mean that person's ideals are not mine. You can just say that, like, literally about anything. If you think whatever you think about life, if somebody else thinks differently, then you think their way is bad and chaos, because that's, because chaos is a relative term, basically, and so is anarchy in this context anyway. If you had said anarchism, on the other hand, that might have been different. Yeah, I'll talk some sense into them.
You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience.
Oh, don't worry about the patience. So, you're an info broker. What's that?
Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will.
5 options. Actually, not options, maybe, because the last option is that's enough gossip for now. This is gonna be fun. Let's see, let's start with the things that I actually want to know more than anything. What can you tell me about Phineas? That sounds interesting. Let's go with Phineas and then with Earth. What can you tell me about Phineas?
Not much, admittedly.
You must know something about him.
Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a Raptidon of another color.
I'm listening.
I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either.
Treasonous and for self-gain. Well, treasonous is again another subjective term. Who are you betraying for it to be treason? And self-gain is not subjective. It's, well, because it's self-describing, but well, I wonder what that means. Because if he's like trying to free somebody who I think, didn't he say that he had family in there? Or something to that extent? That alone would be just for self-gain. But maybe if somebody else is paying him, that would be for self-gain. It still wouldn't necessarily change what he's doing, I suppose. But he does come across as the complex character in the sense of his motivations. How he comes across is that you cannot tell his motivations immediately, which is an interesting thing. I wish we dealt with him a little bit more often. Maybe we can go back there eventually. But the game is just so big that for you to actually deal with him a little bit more often would be probably he'd need to call you every time you go back to the ship or something for him to like be a current staple of the game. Yeah, I want to ask you about something else.
Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
I'm sure you are. Have you received any broadcasts from Earth?
What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price.
I don't think... well, if I come across something like that... Let's talk about the board.
There are so many members. Do specify.
Do you have any compromising information on the chairman?
If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status.
Well, I figured. So the chairman demonizes Monarch rather than welcome it back into the fold. Also, this is basically the same information we got already when we talked to Sanjar. No, wait. Sanjar, yes.
Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me.
It's not like... if you try to quote me on this... Yeah, because you know how journalism is a thing in this world. Absolutely. Absolutely, I would quote you on things.
Luckily for you,
I know. I'm curious about the MSI and the iconoclasts.
They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know?
Short-sighted. Interesting. I could use some dirt on Sanjar Dandy.
Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights.
What do you mean?
I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1, once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night.
I'm curious about Graham Bryant's deep, dark secrets.
Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago.
What's the story between MSI and the iconoclasts?
You mean between MSI, the iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership.
Interesting. It's also interesting that he said that line after actually telling us this thing. It's sort of weird that it worked like that, but whatever. So MSI would have to stay behind while the other corporations left? I think, didn't they all get killed? I'm sure some of them left just...
Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet.
So you're the glue that brought them together?
Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time.
Why did the partnership fall apart?
Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray.
Morally gray, huh? Okay, I want to ask you something else.
Luckily.
Yes, that's enough for now.
How low you seemingly regard my trade.
I didn't... I asked you all the things. I'd like to secure some information. I think that means I'd like you to tell me some.
I may have a secret for you. For the right exchange.
Nope, that's all free.
How?
I need to head out.
Sure. You know where to find me if you need me.
I do indeed. Very curious character here. Also, I really should have gone to Amber Heights. No, it's not. It's Amber Heights. Amber Heights. Is it Amber Heights? What is the name of that place? This place over here. Amber Heights. Yeah, it is. What is this name? Stellar Bay, of course. Yeah, I should have gone to Amber Heights to meet the iconoclasts. Oh, this is not stealing. That shovel goes away. Hold. And then basically get all the stuff for free. And the cool machines. What is this? Authorized broadcasters select recorded transmissions for a listing of all scheduled incoming and outgoing broadcasts. To go live, please ask your producer to initiate broadcasting. Do not begin broadcasting without the supervision of a senior producer. Thank you, Val. I don't think it matters, but I'm gonna begin broadcasting. Authorized broadcaster, don't even try to pretend you're unaware that all broadcasting is currently locked down. Please return to milling about the break room and lamenting that internship is in corporate arbitration you never finished. Or to override the lock on recording, simply enter your admin username and password in the command line. Oh, you can't? No, you shouldn't have been nice. You should, maybe you should have been nicer to Val. Priority transmission log, accessing. Status. The station's primary band is presently oversaturated with continual transmissions from sister settlements. Off-world signals are unable to be isolated for recording. Administrator notes. Amber Heights data is iconoclast in origin. Graham is behind it, must speak with him. And Stellar Bay broadcaster coded gibberish could potentially use to blackmail Sanjar. Has his signature all over it. And we got personal files over here accessing. Personal files for Hiram Blythe. Clear blue skies. Mood optimistic. Dare I say the future is looking bright. Indeed, I can run a full gamut of operations without ever leaving the sanctuary of the broadcast room. Sanjar and Graham are living up to their promises and have not interfered with initial broadcasts. The deal is holding, and I believe I can make a life here. Then the mood becomes sneaky. Had a near miss the other day. Nearly ended up with a board on my trail. We will mark that trial firmly in the failure category. One must experiment, however, to ascertain the best methods. I have found thus far that the most reliable method for evading detection within the limited frequency of Monarch's off-world transmissions involves duplicating regular news broadcasts on several unused frequencies. My information gathering associates know to filter out the sound in the vocal range, in turn isolating the embedded data, and the broadcast authorities are none the wiser. Playing hazard has never been so thrilling, nor high stakes. H. In fact, it's a lot easier than... It should be a lot easier. I mean, this is all for show. This is all just to be fun in the video game and all that. You can easily encode information in a video feed, or say in a video feed or whatever, in any digital medium. You can easily encode stuff in there, because there's a lot of dead info. For example, imagine you have a picture, any picture whatsoever, and you shift by 1 bit or by 1 value the how bright a pixel is. For example, each line is a letter. And there are 24, or there are 26. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, I believe. There's 26 pixels wide and 1,000 pixels tall, the picture. And then you shift by 1, or shifting by 1 wouldn't be do that. But you can encode information on a single pixel, and the position of the pixel itself could be the letter, and you could have 1,000 letter sentence in a single image. It's not even that big of a sentence, or a big of an image, but you could do that for video easily. And there's definitely ways to do that. Shifting it wouldn't do it though, because how would you know if it's shifted or not? So you'd need to have some other thing. Easy to avoid though, for sure. Easy to disguise. And I'm not a cryptographist, so there's definitely better ways to do that. And certainly once you start meddling with actual technology, like if you're dealing with a file, you can have... I remember seeing it... well, the first time I saw it, what was it, a picture? I think it was a game. It basically was a picture, And it was an actual JPEG picture, and it had a game in it. And the way you'd use the way you'd play the game, you'd need to change the extension of the JPEG picture to exe, and then you'd run it as a program, and then it would have a game in it. But if you open it as a JPEG, it would work. And that was just a funny thing. This was many years ago, but it can be done. It's just, you know, because computers are computers. Should have known. Mood furious. Yep, I think we all saw it coming. Personal files for Hiram Blythe. Box it all. Those imbecilic children, in their hatred of each other, Sanjar and Graham, have oversaturated my keybands. They'll take down each other all right, and me right alongside them. I should have never invited them to play, but what to do about it now? What to do indeed. Well, I am here to do the things. So what to do? Alex Hawthorne is what you do. And that is to the outside. Shh. You robot. Did we do all the things? Yeah, we did. Huh. Well, I guess we're out. We're going up. Through the top of the station. Which is a little bit concerning, because there was another door that took us outside. The door that... Was it at the beginning of this episode or the one before? I don't remember anymore. But if we're at the top and there's no way to go further up, then I guess it's not a problem, because we just go down. And see where that would have taken us. If indeed it would have taken us anywhere interesting. Save the game. I think this is for later. Is that a volcano? Because it's green. And I don't, like, could it be... What is green? What gas is green, I wonder? Farts are green. We know this. Everybody knows this. Maybe it's a fart volcano. That sounds like a pleasant time. A pleasant thing to include in a video game. Look at me not having died. Whee! That worked out. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm quite a lot surprised that I didn't die in that. Oh, I think that, yeah. So the other door would have been that one. Joy Voivode. Hi.
Omegan Marauder is a dead or dying one. Slick work in there.
Joyous. Hudson.
All's quiet again. Thanks for the easy payday, stranger.
Sure.
NC3 ought to hire you.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I know. I remember them. They, I don't remember where they were, but Hudson, wasn't he the one that was sleeping? And I talked to him, and I was like, why? And he, was it the one? And he said, check your weapons at the door. No, it wasn't him. Why did I talk to him then? That person wasn't named. I thought I had talked to him because he was named. Either way. We're moving, and we're definitely continuing with Nyoka's quest line. And man, this place here is confusing to navigate. Just sticking to the right is what I'm doing. Just all little nooks and whatnot, and the minimap is not helpful. It's not. There's no minimap. The map itself is not helpful.
Oh, I always wanted to poke through a high gain wireless. They only got one on Terra 2, you know, up in Byzantium.
To be honest, I'm surprised it's still standing. Every time I set foot inside, I half expect the tower to fall over.
A high gain wireless. It basically works like a... speaker, it's true. The antennas do. It's just that the frequencies are so high, they don't need to... They don't need to have like a speaker thing. So, and of course you can have sound come out of a stick, like an antenna-like stick. It's just not very good sound. It's gonna be very flimsy, Because of frequencies things. Missed. Okay. I think I'm on fire. I think I have somebody. Yep. I figured I hadn't been hit from the front. This guy's. Where did it come from? Also, I should have known not to use this weapon because it's broken. A little bit. Multi-carapace. They have so much. I'm gonna have so many of them again. So I'm going north again. This is all unexplored. And what do we get? Anti-riot gear. Well, it's long guns plus 7, but I'm not taking it. What do we get is this. A model spaceship. Magnum and Fun Times barrel. Not much. It is definitely a secret place, or a place that you're supposed to hunt for. But it's not really that amazing. Yeah, it's just... I wonder if I'm just following this and I didn't... And it's just as simple as just following the road, and that's what it is on the map. And because I'm sticking to the right always, I'm like always going in the or moving around in the sort of wilderness or whatever. I didn't mean to do that. That one's running away.
Nice work.
That worked out. And we have a trip blade. What did I just find? Enemy killed is what I did. Okay. Trip blade is good. And what's not good is the end of the episode. So, yeah, we got that as well. Because for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and these are a bunch of plastic skeletons. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.